Yep. Once again, back again, with all the couth of a bulldozer pulling up in your living room on Sunday morning, or a man asking to use your bathroom, taking a big dump and forgetting to flush it. Here I am back again, Emceemur, for another fantastic, enthralling episode of Tuesday Night Live Streams. This is why we're here. To take a look at the Atari Flashback Blast Asteroids Edition. I said I wasn't going to do any more of these, but, I mean, the set list on this thing. Am I not going to have this one? Of course I'm going to have this one. That set list, though, we've got the title cut, we've got Crystal Castles, we've got Off the Wall, we got Missile Command, we got Maze Craze for what freaking good that'll do you, and we're going to take a look at it right here tonight on TNL. Getting a late start again. I don't know, 10 o'clock might be our new time. Seems like we do better there. We were already joined by the Ice Pirate and Nostalgia. Ice says he's been waiting all day for this. You and me both, brother. Let's look. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we got sound, check. See, I was going to wonder about these things because the Flashback 9 no longer makes any sound in the capture card. It's nuts. We are joined by J.R. John Rogers, Brandon Friesen Factor from the Friesen Factor Show. Welcome, guys. You're just in time for us to get started here. And we are going to do so without further ado. We're going to go ahead and get our Bentley Bear on because that's just something that I like to do. So far, everything looks good here. If any levels need adjusting, I'm sure you'll tell me. These things are temperamental. You never know what they're going to do. And, you know, people have been having issues with these not getting sound on their TVs, certain models. And we talked about that in the review, so that's interesting. So again, you wonder what it's going to do, but the biggest thing to me is that it works in the capture card, so it's like, holy crap. I mean, and then I got a Retron 77 and the other Flashback. I got consoles that are no longer doing it. We're joined by CM Retro Gaming, Geek Bentley Bear. Without further ado, here we go. It looks good on here, but then there's the matter of doing it with the D-pad, which I'm kind of getting used to. I mean, dude in the comments, and Ice, you saw him because he was responding to you, was saying that, oh, his D-pad must be donged because mine's just fine. And, you know, I hear him on that because I had another lady telling me that her Pac-Man and Dig Dug are delayed and aren't working well with the D-pad on hers. I've had no problem with either of those. So I think we've just got kind of a variable in the controller quality. That might be something that we're looking at. And dadgummit, Bentley Bear. Look at Bentley Bear breaking up the middle like a star running back. Bentley Bear, he's coming to get you. Bentley Bear's coming to get you. Bentley Bear, he's coming to get you. Bentley Bear's coming to get you. He's gonna get that honey pot. He's gonna get the gems if you like it or not. Bentley Bear, he's coming to get you. You know he's coming to get you. He's got 1,000 points in that honey pot. You know he's gonna get it whether you like it or not. He's busting past the tree. He might stop to pee. He's the meanest bear that you ever will see. He's Bentley Bear. Bentley Bear. Alright, I'll stop. We just made a Bentley Bear theme song. That was pretty good. I say I'm having trouble with the D-pad. Things seem to be going swimmingly. But see, he won't make a line. I'm having to go up, down, up, down. I'm zagging. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm zigzagging him. It feels weird. It's not like the joystick. The movement's just weird. Alright, we're going to Bethilda's Castle. We only lost one. John Rogers has been sick for almost a week. We have been too. I swear we had the flu here is what we had. Albeit a mild edition of it, but it wasn't good. I mean, I felt like a bus had hit me every night and every morning. So, yeah, I feel you, man. And we wish you well. Trying to get over it. Look, he went right over that gem and didn't get it. What a turd. Bentley Bear, you didn't get the freaking gem. Bentley Bear, he's running at them. Come on, Bentley. Okay, come on. And if I miss some chat, I'll catch right up. Bentley's doing what he's got to do. Waiting for the live-action Bentley Bear movie. What a tasty... Yeah, you know, Kevin keeps telling me I need to get over to the studio with him and do some work. I've got intros for my own show that I want to produce, and I've written, and I just haven't, you know, done. I've got all my equipment here, but It's not up to today's technology. So it's not going to plug right into these computers with no drives and just walk on water like some of the stuff they have today, or like a phone app. But I've still got all my guitars and all my stuff, so. But yeah, if we go over there, I promise we'll do the Bentley Bear song. Woodbury Retro Game Hunter is here. Welcome, Woodbury. Loving the theme song. That was a song. Bentley Bear. What, no auto-tune? No, I don't roll that high-tech. Oh, come on, Bentley. Feels like you're fighting him just a little bit with the D-pad, but he's getting it done. I gotta say, we're having a good game here so far. I mean, it's no trackball, but it's getting it done. Bentley Bear's got a hat, and there ain't no doubt about that. He's gonna run over you and go splat, 'cause Bentley Bear's got a hat. Might just cut our losses and let them eat those gems up there. We gotta get going. Nightcore Hitman with the $2 donation. Thank you, Nightcore. What a fantastic and splendid gesture to kick off this edition of TNL. I didn't even see you sneak in, but welcome and thank you. All in the same breath. And yours is the viewing pleasure of seeing Bentley Bear kicking butt. And oh my god, that thing still hasn't sucked up that last gem up there. And I don't think we can get past these bees. Dadgummit, Bentley! Oh, Jim's Retro Zone is here. Welcome, Jim. You know, Jim reviewed the only one of these blasts that, oh my god, I doinked it with the D-pad. That's more on me. I'm not going to blame the D-pad. I got greedy. I went for the honey. Jim's Retro Zone. Jim reviewed the only one of these blasts that I don't have. The black box Activision one. So if you guys want to see that one unboxed, or just if you want to see some Atari gaming in general, Jim's good for that. He does some really fun late night streams, and I would recommend that you check out Jim's Retro Zone. Subscribe, like, and all that fun stuff that you do while you're there. Jim's good people. So welcome, Jim. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the Activision one. You covered it, and, you know, God, I bought so many of these dadgum things. It's like, man, I just don't know. I didn't review it. I just opened it. Uh-oh. You're not going to make me go buy one, are you? Just say you reviewed it. Oh, there's Berthilda the Evil Witch. Yeah, that's the thing, is I've got those games physically, you know, digitally, on these things. The flashback units, not the blast, but the consoles. I've got so many different ways. Everything on that thing, I've got 8 million different ways, you know? And it's like, golly, do I really need them all? But it's like, at this point, aren't we in it to win it? Dadgummit, Berthilda. We got a heck of a game going here. We're not going to let her ruin it for us. But I do need... Yeah, you know... Benjamin says, I got the Pac-Man Blast new for $13 delivered. That is a deal, man. I was trying to, you know, tell you how great it was at $20 or at $18.88 at Walmart, but dad darn, dude, $13? Come on. And they're $4 at Bed Bath & Beyond now. If you can find one that still has them, $4. It'll be the one with Druaga. But, dude, $4? But yeah, 13. I mean, God, who's counting at this point? You're getting 20 games on most of these, 8 on the Bandai Namco one, because you're, you know, they're paying for some pretty hefty licensing there, but it's the heavy hitters, man. It's, Dad, come on, that tree got me. I'm running out of Bentley Bears. Oh God, right into the freaking tree's mouth, and that's it. Poop on an ever-living bun. That was a good run, though. That was a good run. So back to the menu. Back to the menu. That was not a bad run. I had trouble with the sound on Palm Blast. I did too. I've had trouble with all of them on my Vizio out in the living room. But most of my playing goes down in here. But I like to play the Pac-Man one in the living room. My 2-year-old is convinced that the ghosts in Pac-Man are these little aliens off a show he likes, so he thinks he's watching the show. So he likes it when I play Pac-Man. But there's no sound, and it's like that kills me just a little bit. I don't think they know really the compatibility. They say that there's a list out there, but who could have tested every TV in existence? It almost doesn't make sense when you think about it that way. So anyway, Off the Wall is something I want to look at. This is kind of a cool game. It's a Breakout clone. 005 Agima, however you say that. You're here. I'm glad you're here. Off the Wall was a late model, man. Much like Secret Quest, which we looked at before on the show, and I can't guarantee we're not going to look at it again tonight because it's a fantastic game and deserves honorable mention. This is neat, though. This has like kind of a ninja theme to Breakout. So let's look at it. I think we've looked at this one too on the show, but it's a good game. Axlon was apparently a game maker. It was owned by Nolan Bushnell, allegedly. You need to do that Mur test every TV in existence. How off the hook would that be? If I had the space, I would collect old TVs. That would be fun. Alright, here we go. Oh, God. See, the screen is so wide on this, the playfield, that chances are good. I mean, you're going to get run off from the ball. Ooh, got it. Every TV tested ever on blast units. That'd be some good clickbait. That thing held me, I was like frozen. Alright. Trying to make some headway here. I'm not clear on what all these icons that come down are. If they're enemies, power-ups, what they are. It's hard to tell. Oh, look at this. Powerball. What is going on here? I like the game. I want to know more about it. And until these, I hadn't played this one. It's not a game I own a physical copy of. It's not a very common game. I have no idea what it goes for. Now, that was D-pad right there. He was hung up. Can you set it to a 4:3 aspect ratio? That's a good question, JR. If I was doing this AV, I know I could because I've got the setups for that on my little converter box. But I think this is exactly what you see here. It's HD 1080 output. So it's a Breakout clone, essentially, yes. It's a step further than that. I mean, it's not, you know, like Arkanoid is to it. I mean, it's a little bit different. Powerball! So you're this little black belt ninja dude. And you're taking on what looks like a centipede up there. I guess that was the power-up, that thing. God, look at that. Killed them all. Those are power-ups. Look at the ball just decimating the screen right now. We're on a rampage. Scanline Man has joined us. Welcome, Scan. Well, this is quite a task getting rid of all these blocks. I feel like we're so much closer yet so far away now. What are the odds we're actually going to hit these little pea-nanny pieces? Oh, Uncle Strange is here. Welcome, Unc. Always great to see Unc on the scene. Oh, you know, I really hoped that was going to hit that. I mean, how are you going to hit that? How are you going to hit it? What kind of angle, what kind of geometry are we looking at getting there? The game is pretty cool. I mean, I could see getting better at it. You're pretty good at the game. Joypad, you know, it's the blast pad that comes with it. It's a replica of the Sega Genesis controller, which I'd say I'd be right at home with, except for one thing. It's just not the same for some of these. Even though, you know, I know why they did it. Because a lot of people use Sega controllers on their Ataris because they will work. But some of these things, if it's not the trackball or it's not the joystick, it just feels weird. And this D-pad is kind of up on top of the controller and not kind of inset into it. Oh, we got a piece. So it feels a little bit different. See, he hits it on the side there and it still goes to the right. I don't know how to change that. Jeff Bailey is calling from Mer Nation. You got it, dude. It is. All day long and on into the evening. Mer Nation, we're rising up. We may even get through a level of... Ooh, come on with it. Probably so, Jim. Probably so. Okay, did we win? No, there's a bird coming at us. We didn't finish at all. Grumpy has joined us. Welcome, Grumpy. Talked to you earlier today. Great to have you tonight on TNL. I guess peasant is my rank. Maybe I get a better rank as I go up. Not clear on that. Super Ball. Game Beaters are here, dropping in to say hello and drop a like. Love to hear it. Thank you for coming by. Always a pleasure to have the Game Beaters on the scene. Captain Retro says, what in God's name is this? This is a strange alliance between a ninja and a bird. Right here on the Emceemur show. We are playing Off the Wall. A very late breakout version. This was a 1989 game, so it was in the maroon framed boxwork. You know, the second launch of the Atari 2600, the rainbow model. I got a mint one of those on the table behind me over here. Oh, the dadgum thing wasn't responding. You know what? That wasn't bad. Yeah, Unc, I don't know where he was coming with, but that was strange. Maybe he'll respond to you and y'all can talk it out. I'd be more interested in why he felt that way. That was really weird. Really weird. I mean, your numbers explain it all. And we do what we do to make sure that we're delivering the best quality product to the biggest possible audience. And that's the name of the game, man. And we're appreciative for every last bit of whatever we get. But, I mean, when a show isn't successful, you make changes. And that's all. If you have something that's not working, you do something else. 1989. Meanwhile, I was playing Batman on F-18 Interceptor. Yeah, I mean, 89. I think it was either 86 or 87 that they started redoing. It might have been 87 or 88. They started redoing, and they re-released a lot of the 2600 games in that format. Let's get one. Show and tell. I got a dust in here. We got the old 2600 with the rainbow on it there. I got a Mint Vader on the shelf too, but this is cool just to have. And then, you know, of course these games were already out. This is Venture, but it's got the maroon looking box on it there. So this was a later release of it. This is sealed, never been opened. I'll probably be buried with this. So, kind of neat. Why does Symphony of the Night have to be so high? I don't know, because it's not like it was rare. And at one point, I bought it digitally on my 360 for $1.29, and I'm glad I did it. Moving right along, while we're on that, we're going to look at Secret Quest. We've looked at it before, but we want to look at it here. This is another one of those that's from the same publisher. It was 1989. Yeah, it's super minty. My breath was instantly fresher when I held it up and let you look at it. This is such a neat game right here. Secret Quest is so functional. And what's funny is, yeah, I mean, by 89, we were already doing things so much better than this, you know, but still. The gameplay was still there, and that's what makes it cool. So I am a dude. I look like Mayor McCheese. I look like I have a hamburger for a head over here. Big Mac. So you're going through this roguelike space station. You got to keep your oxygen and your energy levels up as you go. And it's like when you hit the enemy, it disappears, and either it reappears and has 3 power meter clicks on it, or just another one respawns each time. But you're trying to make your way through here, and y'all kind of help me gauge my direction here because I'm talking while I'm running. But we're going to try to find some symbols that are actually, you know, we're going to plug them into a machine that's going to allow us to move on to the next level. It's like a password. Jeff, I appreciate that. I try to keep it real. And I mean, there's so much coming your way on this show. I mean, I'm 10 videos behind in production right now. It's absolutely insane. So, lots of great stuff coming in the weeks to come. If I could get all this stuff out tomorrow, it would just blow your mind. There's something about that sound, though. You know, I know it's dated and it is what it is. But oh my God, there's something that it does to me. There was a time when this was all we had. Yeah, this is Secret Quest is the name of this one. Okay, so there's our first symbol. I call that the bow and arrow. Looks like a compound bow with an arrow sticking out of it. So we got one bow and arrow. We got to memorize that. One of these paths will lead us to where we input the command. And one of these paths will lead us to the other symbol. Yeah, you're chasing a turd with feet, and you have a sword, like you got a lightsaber and a hamburger for a head, and, well, that's just okay. I think this is where we put it in at, and I don't think we're ready to do it. If you see it, yeah, that would be the thing, Jim. I don't know how rare this is. This was probably very limited in production. These were some of the last games to come out for this console ever, before Atari just had to throw in the towel. Okay, so no, this is where we put it in. Okay, so that's it. We got the code put in. It's just a one-banger for this round. But then you got to get in here and get to the transporter before it blows up. And we've done it. How cool is that? How cool is that? So now we're in the next dungeon. Space station, whatever you want to call it. A trumpet. I don't know what it does. God, the D-pad's getting kind of hung up here. I'm thinking I got a bum controller with this one. And, you know, it shouldn't be an issue. I would think you could sync some of the other ones to this blast and just use them temporarily, but, you know, I'm tired of damage controlling these because I know there's people that think that's what I'm doing. I'm being real about it. You know, I'm telling you what the issues are. I'm just saying for 18 bucks, 13 bucks, $4, these things are not going to outdo your PlayStation 4, okay? You got to be a little realistic about it. A little give and take, but, yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I guess 1 out of 5 ain't bad, but I think we got a bum controller here. Benjamin, thanks so much for dropping by, man. Great to have you in here. Great to have each and every one of you on TNL, man. It just makes the party. We can all get in here and have these in-depth convos and really just look at what's going on. Oh, hell. You know, as soon as I step in that, I'm getting fried. It's nostalgia. We'll be right back. So, okay, now we got more than one level. We just took the stairs down. I don't think we're ready to do that yet. We need to make note of where those stairs were and come back. Fake news. All right, we're getting busted up. We need our code. Where is our code? Maybe the code and the transporter are downstairs. We don't know. Alright, I think we got a code there. So we've got barbell with a dot on the top. This might be one of the most impressive Atari games I've seen. Yeah, I mean, it's that playability and then the depth in the concept, too. It's got concept for days. I mean, you actually leave the screen, you know? I mean, some Atari games, and I'm not dogging on them, obviously that's what they were, but they were just so simple in their build that there just wasn't much to it. This really speaks to you as far as, you know, it makes sense that this was made when it was made. Yeah, the graphics and the sound and everything, they can only be what they are. But the concept is there. Alright, there's the bow and arrow again. Hey! I think I would want a manual with this game. I would have, but I think I have figured it out. Now, I'm out of energy, so I can't pull my I can't pull my lightsaber. Insert trident line right there. Alright, so there's the transporter. Oh, we're getting ripped. We gotta find some energy. Energy! He might not have played it, Ice, who knows? Shoot him an email. Tell him I sent you. Okay, come on, we're trying to change. Okay, no, not that. There's the barbell. But I think the one we found first needs to be over here, right? We'll know, because when the timer starts up, then the poop's popping off and we gotta run. We gotta run. Does anybody remember where it was? Lee Mumford is here. Thanks for the demo, you bet. Thanks for 10 seconds to get to my transporter. Can we do it? We did it! Look at this! Killer! Killer! That's fantastic. That's fantastic. We don't want to squander our energy here. What's one of the better games of Secret Quest I've had? Seeing some new enemies? That's kind of cool. Oh, look at that oxygen hookup. $10 o'clock may be our new TNL time. I see a lot more of you showing up on these later time segments. Yeah, it's all about making sure we're available for everybody, so yeah. That may be the route we go. Alright, so we have, I don't know, what is that? Remember that thing. Double arrow down thing. Weird baby rattle thing. Yeah, you almost gotta go ahead and follow through and get those kills, because in a sense that's your grinding. That's what's gonna keep you alive. Look at that energy hookup, man. We want that. Okay, so first we saw that, then we saw a backwards bow thingy, and now we gotta find where to enter the code. There were 2 stairwells down. Well, this thing's a tough customer. So Brandon Friesen Factor says, this just makes me want to play Zelda. Now, I read, and it could just be BS on Wikipedia, but they said that Legend of Zelda was their influence for this. And oh my god, there's 3 codes. We don't know what it is. Even though, yes, they knew it was a sci-fi game, but... Alright, backwards bow. We don't know what that one is. How do we change this symbol over here? Okay, that was it. I mean, it's got to be one of these, doesn't it? Or have we got these in the wrong order? I think we're going to lose out on this one. Okay. This one probably needs to be the bow. Yeah, and you know, it may be the same dungeon every time. I don't know. So I could be wrong in saying the whole rogue-like aspect, but it made me think of Rogue a little bit, all the different square rooms. Alright, that's not going to let us guess the code here. We need one more symbol, and I don't think we're going to get it. We're out of energy. We're out of oxygen. We're a man with not many options here. Ugh. Well, that was a good run. So can you imagine getting all the way through that? Yeah, so, I mean, both very cool, very unique games, and they're both on this blast. This blast has a fantastic lineup. Alright, so let's see. Another very playable game, one of the more playable ones in the RealSports lineup, is RealSports Tennis. Alfred Lord Tennis, anyone? Granted, that's... Now, that right there, that was pretty advanced to make it do that. This was essentially just Pong with funny pink people for your paddles and a little bit more depth, but that was pretty much it. But it's playable. BK, Burger King. Almost went to Burger King tonight, but then I thought better of it. I should do well at this. I share a name with a very famous tennis player. Or rather, he shares it with me. I didn't give my consent. Yeah, what's up? I've heard of that one. I hadn't played that one, though. See, I didn't have an Amiga growing up, and nobody I knew did either. But so many people had Amiga childhoods, and I hate that I missed out on that whole spectrum of stuff. I was a big Commodore 64 guy, but did not have an Amiga. How many plug-and-play units do you actually have now? Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think like 14. And we're not done looking at all of them yet. We're about to take a look back at yesteryear. Some old-school AV plug-ins, stuff that I've gotten at yard sales in the past. Stuff that's actually kind of collectible by today's standards because of the set lists on those. Some of them are Namco, you know. Oh, we switched sides. I'm sorry. He's tearing me up. I'm trying to get used to this side, and it's not working. Yeah. I'm very familiar with his work. But yeah, there's some other ones we're going to take a look at. And we're not going to become the plug-and-play network, but it's just a little phase I'm going through right now. When we get through all of them, it's back to business. We got all kind of 16-bit stuff we got to get into. I'm getting on a PS2 kick all of a sudden after many years of not having been on it. If any of y'all watched the new vlog episode, my new game hunting episode is out. Check that out. Had some fun making that. Labor of love, but very neat. I was discovering the whole time I was making it because I didn't really know 100% what I had or what it was worth. And we find out as the show goes on, you know, documentary style. So it was fun for me. It was as much a mystery to me as it was to anybody that watches it, you know, finding the values of games now and being surprised at what they are today, good or bad. And each new game hunting episode is going to be hunting in a new place, in a new way. And, of course, as always, in-depth looks at the games that are featured, fun facts here and there, anything we can do to keep it real. So, Mur, do you have a Laserdisc player? I do not. And Laserdisc was such a neat but brief thing. That's something that if I saw one, I'd probably pick it up. Dead media is just neat to me now, just to go back in time. John is waiting for the bus. That's a good ZZ Top song. He might have 4 minutes to wait. Burger King. Burger King tastes like horse turds now. I cannot get good Burger King. And they used to have the best breakfast, and it's just... God, the one out by me, it's always burnt. Yeah, tying it up. What about a Betamax? Definitely don't have that. Did not have a Betamax. I got a couple VCRs, and I've found that I've needed them because I've got some great stuff on VHS. Now with 75% more soy. I was expecting Astro. Oh, we're going to do Asteroids, EC. You're just in time. That's the title cut on here, so I don't know that we're saving it for last, but we looked at a few of those in the review, and now I wanted to at least look at a few that we didn't look at in the review in the quote-unquote subsequent live stream. But we'll definitely look at some Asteroids on here. It plays good. Missile Command plays good. Had a great game of Crystal Castles earlier. And like I said, it just felt a little bit different with the D-pad, but not bad different. Just different. I think I worded that wrong. I'm sitting here hitting a button like I have to. You don't have to hit the button. He hits the ball. I'm getting tore up by player turd burglar over here. Get over there. Yeah. We can win this match yet. No, we can't. I'm getting tore back. I'm getting skint to the bone here. So let's go back to the menu because you can only watch so much tennis. Do a live stream where you load C64 games from a cassette and see what you actually do with the waiting time. That would be interesting. I have a cassette set up for my Commodore 64, but I think my Commodore needs some work on the joystick port. It wasn't very responsive last we looked. And I need a disk drive for it too. Don't just want to do the cartridge stuff. Asteroids it is. And I'm already dead. The original pew pew pew. It's so wild seeing this in a wide format on this monitor with this refresh rate. I mean, it's beautiful, quite honestly. And the bus has arrived. Check your driver out, though. Make sure he's who he says it is. Who he says he is. Oh, my hyper warp. I find that you don't need to move too much. Not that I'm an expert, but I mean, the best I've done is not because I've moved. There's so many different versions of Asteroids, Deluxe, and you know, there's versions on Game Boy, and we may just have Asteroids Week, I don't know. That didn't hit me, now come on. See, that's interesting, BFF. You need to track that down. I want to see all the versions that there's been, because there's been a lot of differences. Nostalgia's back. Welcome back, SNES. I was doing the Vectrex version of this game. Captain Retro's had a few of those. I've never had a Vectrex, though. And there again, never knew anyone that did. So my experience with that is ridiculously limited, and I could not get my ship to accelerate enough to get out of the way. There. Teleport button. There we go. Hyper warp, saving my butt. Alright, here we go. Holy shit, I just found it. Isn't that just the best feeling? It's like that time I couldn't remember what Konami Crime Fighters was called, and then I found Crime Fighters in the cabinet, and I was like, it was called... I was like, I think it's Crime Fighters, but that sounds too generic. That can't be the name of the game. That was the name of the game. One of my favorite beat-em-ups. Better than Double Dragon. I'll just say it. It was. You could attack people's genitals. It was the most brutal frickin' beat-em-up for its time. And it was really racy. It had some very racy stuff in it for 1989 or whenever it was. But they had one at Southern Fried Game Room Expo, and I can't believe I didn't buy it. And if it happens to be there this year, I will buy it. No questions asked. I don't know why I didn't last time, but I did get to play it, and it was wonderful playing that for the first time in over 20 years. So great. 25 years, hell. I could see that, GB. I mean, and they've done that with, what did they do that with? There's been a few games that have gone 3D that really went cool, like Xevious did, and, Galaga. I want to say Galaga had an iteration on the 360 that was like that. Stop me if I'm thinking of something else, but it's totally doable. God, I'm actually hanging in there. I shouldn't say that because I'll die as soon as I say that! Isn't that amazing? That's how I beat Rambo First Blood Part 2 on here that night. I just kept talking to y'all. I didn't acknowledge the fact that I was having the perfect game of Rambo. No death frickin' run. All weapons, all power-ups. Did end up dying toward the end, but we got through it and beat the game for the first time ever in my life. Had been playing that game since I was 7 years old. I owed it all to the chat, man. I was just unconscious. You get me talking, and then it's like the other part of my mind that would be a good gamer if my other side of my brain would let it, takes over, and all of a sudden that everything's okay, and I'm a player like I've never been before. We may go into OT with this. Oh god, we're getting out of control. Reel it in. Asteroids and VR. That was a magical night. I mean, that was just insane. I cried. Not ashamed. That video is still in my live stream playlist. Y'all ever want to see that? And if you want to see a pretty good run of Rambo, watch the whole thing. I think we played through once and I didn't beat it. Played through again because it was an hour show and I beat it the second time. But go to the end and experience the moment. It's probably my finest hour. And I can't believe I was on YouTube doing it. You know, people ask me about gaming memories. And then, yeah, then that happened. Then the algorithm thought we were actually just playing the movie when it was obviously a game, and the video got struck and taken down. So it was a big snafu, but the film company made it right and saw that it was obviously a mistake. So the video was able to be put back up. But yeah, man, that was really weird that happened. I was like, what did we do? We beat Rambo. That couldn't have gotten anybody upset, could it? Oh, that was a near miss. It must be because this is like on an easy mode. I mean, this should be harder, right? One would think. But we're going back to the menu because we're taking a tour here. I'm not here to get high scores. We got to look at all this. The Rock is the ship. Yeet. What else did we want to see? Oh. Video pinball. Possibly the ugliest pinball game ever. Oh, that beeping freaked me out. Well, this ugly pinball machine will also freak you out. Oh, look at that flashing light. That was high tech. The pinball game where the ball never hits the flippers. You just sit here and watch. It's so broken because there's no channel down to the flippers. So the odds are very much against it ever hitting them. It was 1979. The one chance I got to hit them there, we were talking. It's not without its charm. It passes the test that it's playable. What, are we not playing now? Oh, I hit the rewind button. We definitely don't need to see a replay of it. Alright, come on. Not sure what happened there. It's a screensaver. Oh, we might get to hit the ball. Nope. It's just going to land there. Yeah, I tilted. Yep, there's the Rambo link. Thank you, Ice. Bookmark that for later. Oh, it got me. Live for nothing. Or die for something. Murdoch. I'm coming to get you. Oh, we got to hit the ball again. That was magical. An Atari logo. Oh, we almost got a third drop in there. Right? The paddles. Eat paddles. I did not gravitate toward paddle games. I just didn't. I've got a nice set, but look at the ball getting hung up. We get Captain to build a retro table and make it the Atari video pinball table and make it look like this. Grandma, you gotta buy me video pinball. Yeah, and Kaboom didn't make it onto a Blast model. That really upset a lot of people because it should have. Also, I'll say on issues on this thing, I've noticed a couple instances where the menu button gets hung up and it doesn't pull the menu up. So, I mean, you can just unplug it and plug it back in. But again, I'm tired of damage controlling these things. If they're going to have issues, we're going to talk about it. I've never not told you about issues, but right off the cuff, we didn't have any problems with these things. They were really good. They were doing what they were supposed to, and they have been fun. So, for novelty's sake, they're cool. Missile Command, yeah. We're gonna play Missile Command. That's the pause button. Hard. Let's play hard. And this feels a little faster than normal, and I don't know if it's just me or what. Dadgummit. The Atari version of Anthem. Play something that isn't sticks and squares. I think that ship sailed with Secret Quest. Yeah, Anthem's really advertising hard, and I know Captain Retro can back me up on this. I don't think there's any point in having Anthem now. There's just not, because Apex Legends is going to just steal the show. And it's free. And it's kind of funny that Respawn did that game, and I guess it's, I mean, you just gotta wonder, man, what's going on with that. I could see saying that Titanfall 3 is not profitable at this point, and I'd agree, because none of the other ones were. I mean, I loved them, but they're just not. And then I see people tweeting about, oh, all these people that are getting back into Titanfall because of Apex, LMAO. It's like, yeah, I hear you, but is that really happening? Because we're seeing a resurgence because of it. I mean, it's bittersweet that that's how we have to have it. But that's what we were campaigning for. Captain and I were doing a Titanfall resurgence month, you know, a Titanfall awareness month. Nobody cared. Nobody retweeted. Nobody watched. And that's fine. If you're not interested, you're not interested. I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying nobody cares about Titanfall. But we did, and it's just weird to me that nobody loved it. I mean, Titanfall was fantastic. Bought it at launch on the 360. Bought it again when I went next gen. And Titanfall 2. Also bought it and then bought it again for a deluxe edition. Got everything, all the DLC on both games. One of the best first-person shooters of the gen and of all time. So, Wild Boy says it's like they're trying to kill BioWare, which is silly, because what we need from BioWare is a better Mass Effect, of course. And to be fair, I haven't played Andromeda yet. People scared me off. I bought it, and it just sat on the shelf. I was so brokenhearted with what they had to say about it. That said, how bad could it really be? But we need a new Dragon Age. There's been talk about that. Triple J J-Town sent me a message last night, said, dude, I started playing Inquisition again, and I'm like totally back into it. What a fantastic game. And he's right. Dragon Age Inquisition was a triumph. A lot of people didn't like it. Loved it. I would love to see another Dragon Age. I'd like to go back to Fortnite for a minute now that I've played a little bit more of Blackout, and the fact that I've played Apex Legends, and just confirm that I still cannot kill anyone in that game. I've gotten maybe 3 kills in Fortnite my whole life. It's because you suck, bro. No, there's more to it than that. There was a lot of fire that they came under initially for allowing cheaters and all that, so it's like, And I'm constantly getting emails from our PC Epic Games account saying, someone's trying to hack your account. Sign back in and change your password. Someone's trying to hack your account. It's like, this is literally a career choice for people overseas, I'm hearing now. To hack Fortnite accounts and to sell people's stuff. So, what in the world, man? What in the world? How am I going to believe that's a secure game to play? I'm overpaying a subscription fee to play online. You don't have to on PC while on console. It's wrong. Well, I mean, Titanfall I ended up making money on those games. I traded the 360 version when it was still worth something. Bought the one version when it was worth nothing. I got it digitally, $5 with all the frickin' content. And I did a similar maneuver on the PS4. Traded my vanilla PS4 copy for $28 with a promo, and for $30 bought the deluxe edition that came with everything. So boom, cost me $2 net to upgrade. So that's pretty cool. Fortnite was not what it. I don't want to change what we're talking about here. Add me on Xbox. Okay, yeah, I got you, SNES. We will do that. We need a third person. Fortnite was a Minecrafting zombie killer game at launch. It was not anything about that Battle Royale. They completely sold a different game at E3, which I bought full price, 60 bucks. By the way, if you have a sealed copy of PS4 Fortnite right now, it goes for as much as $150 at auction. Why? I don't know. There must be something you get by having the disc. I sold mine when it was going for like 50 something, when it was starting to climb. I didn't know if it would stay there. Got my money back out of it at least, but dadgum, you know, I buy in at launch and the game goes free to play. It's the second time Epic's done that crap. They did it with Battleborn. I mean, just stop. Are we buying the games or are you giving them away? Don't take my money and then do that. Absolutely unbelievable, man. Well, we got time for one more game, and it's going to be Gravitar. See how many times I can crash. Gravitar, Gravitar, I'm gonna fly real far. I'm in the Conyers Covington area. We're out toward the Athens area. We're in Bulldog Town. My college professor bought like $200 collector's edition of StarCraft online and it became free to play. That's tough, man. That's rough stuff. Alright, come on. Still purchase only. Okay, well that must be what it is then. But I mean, who even really wants to play that? You peaked with Bentley Bear. One hit one. I'm telling you, I suck. I suck at this game, but this is another one that I didn't have growing up. Nobody I knew had it. And man, I wish that I felt about this game like I do about some of the other games because it's really cool. It's the 80s hair band Gravitar song. Gravitar. I'm gonna go real far in Gravitar. I can't fly the ship. I'm gonna crash. Oh, we got it. We're out. We got it. We're out. Or are we? Nope. We're very much not. Well, we made the pickup. Look how hot this thing is coming in. What in the world? I need to visit isuck.com. What is there, like a gravitational pull going on here? I'm never going to get that green one. Oh my. I suck. I kind of like the idea of this game here. Maze Craze. You don't get caught playing Maze Craze. This is what's silly to me is this is a two-player game, right? One guy's got to get to the end of the maze for the other guy. So two things. Real talk. First of all, if your grandma gets you this for Christmas, you automatically stop asking her for that and games and tell her to start getting you gift cards. Second of all, it doesn't make any sense to have these games on here that are strictly two-player because you have to buy the other second-player Blast controller, which costs more, plus shipping, than the system itself, which to me is just silly. You should be able to use another one of these. They were never going to be able to sell those. I can't see anybody buying those. I don't know whose idea that was, but that just doesn't make business sense. I don't know why you would ever need to do that. But then you put a game like this on it, well, I guess they're thinking, oh, well, surely they'll buy that other controller to play Maze Craze. You won't. You'll be done. Well, hopefully we'll get some Apex in tonight. Lucky collectors on there. That's cool. And they want to sell the other set of paddle controllers too, you know, for the Flashback 9, and I still have not seen those available yet. I might be interested. I don't know. Since it's got over 1,000 games on it, that's something to think about. But I don't know. Just weird, man. It's kind of weird. But, you know, AtGames has made some really cool things in concept and in theory. And it's like nobody else is making them. So I love the collections. I love the merchandising, the packaging, the nostalgia, the feel. And I've loved taking a look at it with each and every one of y'all. And, you know, the price drops eventually make these things more affordable and cool to get. Lucky collectors here. Welcome, LC. So it's just something to think about, man. We know it's about getting educated. Rather than screaming and yelling at these things about every little thing, if we know going in what it takes to enjoy the product, and the product can be enjoyed, well, let's do it. That's what it's all about. If you're going to buy one of these at $4 at a Bed Bath & Beyond, you have to tell me that that's cool. There's no way you can tell me that's cool. Chit Chat Gaming says, when the hell are we playing Apex? And AtGames hasn't made it. Well, Mike, I still got to add you on the Xbox. I think you are just Xbox on. We were playing PS4 last night, but I've got it on both. And ironically, I suck on both. But we got a couple kills last night, so it's not that bad. But yeah, we need to get on there. Maybe tonight if you're on there, I'll add you on the old Xbox there. But I've been so backed up in production, I haven't had time to play much of anything. I only played a few matches last night because I was waiting on today's video to render. But honestly, I want AtGames to get better at what they do. Because again, who else is doing it? And I want to see better products come out. For whatever, you know, for $5,200, for $7,800. There's a lot more they could bring us, and I think that they will. So I'm on board for whatever. I just want to know that they're 100% going into it and giving us something that is going to have the least bit of headache possible. Yeah, Steel Case Challenge. You can get that for $4 now too. I wouldn't recommend it though. That's still not enough for. You can get the NES cart for that or less. So it's like, who's nostalgic for Steel Case Challenge? I know I'm not. But you know what? This has been a fantastic stream. Neat look at this unit. If you can get one of these at a discount, even if you can't get one of these at a discount, I think you got a fantastic set list here. You got a lot of great stuff to look at. You got Bentley Bear at the very least. That's worth $20 or less. To have it in a plug-and-play format, to have it in an easy streaming format, these dongles go right into the capture card, and you can live stream Atari footage with nothing, no sweat, no hookups. It's just, it's kind of neat in that sense. That's one of the neatest things to me about this, and the capture card still recognizes the video, the sound, as crisp as it's supposed to. So everybody that's watching, hope that you enjoyed this stream, and I hope that you're going to drop a like on this video. If you have not already dropped a like on this video and you are still watching the video, I hope you're going to go ahead and drop a like on the video right now. If you're going to watch this video later on in recap, I hope you're going to be nice enough to drop a like on this video while you're watching the recap, because we know that we need the likes on this video so we can continue promoting it, the visibility that we need for people to see it. And if you have not already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Be a part of our nation. We're rising up all the fantastic things that we have going in right here on the show. You need to be a part of. I didn't fully catch my breath. And make sure that you smack that notification bell so you are always the first to know when new content goes live. You know that I love making it for you. Bentley Bear's theme was the highlight of the stream. Somebody please go back in the content later on in the recap and timestamp that. If you don't, I will. X91 controller wasn't bad. It was a bit bulbous on the back, but it was very responsive. It did what it was supposed to do. Murr, as a fan, someone's hitting the dislike. I don't know who it is that goes through all the videos and hits a dislike, but I'm at almost 500 videos. I got to almost salute the guy. That takes dedication, man. I'm glad you got that much time in your life. Emceemur signing off for now, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.